So I'm making a delivery one day, and I walk inside this office, and the doctor greets me, and he looks like he just saw a ghost. And immediately, being a dental technician, I'm thinking, oh no, what did I do wrong? So I asked him, what's wrong? And he said, I got some terrible news. I just got off the phone and was talking to a colleague, and he said he delivered a thumb habit that apparently one of the prongs broke off in the child's mouth. The child was rushed to the emergency room, and they had to do an emergency surgery, and they had to go in and get the wire out. Now, typically I wouldn't be too worried about this, but the doctor reminded me that all the appliances that I've made are the same type of thumb habit with the same prongs. So I went home and shared this story with my wife, my business partner, and she said, wait a second, if you're making all those appliances with these prongs, we can't ever make these again. Call all your doctors and tell them that we are no longer making any type of habit appliances. You're not taking any risks like that, not only to hurt the business, but to hurt a child. So I had my options. I could lose all that business that I've been making these things for years, or find a better solution. So I got on a computer and started typing in Google. And this was when you actually had to wait for information to come on the web. At the time, the only logical answer that I can find to solve this problem was to buy a laser welder, and that was going to cost anywhere between $25,000 and $35,000. So that really wasn't in the budget. Let me take you in this video and show you the solution that I came up with. Developed an eyelet on the prongs. This way you can slide the prong onto the wire, and if the solder joint ever failed, the prong would still be attached to a wire. I've been doing this since that day. One of these things about these types of appliances is they're called habit appliances. They're not called good habit appliances, they're called habit appliances. And that means when you put something in a kid's mouth and they'll be forcing it out. So they're going to wiggle it, and they're going to do everything possible to get this thing out of their mouth. In fact, until the habit stops. Even if you were to laser weld these parts together, they would eventually break off with fatigue because the patient is constantly wiggling these wires. This is a solution that I came up with, and I've been using this for years. If someone else developed it, I've never seen it before, and shame on you for not sharing this information. It would have helped. All right, so when I go ahead and make these spikes, I use 036 wire and a very sturdy bird beak plier that's got a good grip. And I'll create an eyelet, just like that. And that is going to slide on to my arch length maintainer. Eventually it'll be spot welded and then soldered. But you can see if the solder joint was ever to break, this wire wouldn't go down the child's throat, it would just be connected to the wire. Sure, it would be an inconvenience where they'd have to run to the orthodontist because this wire would be dangling and they would have to clip it off, but it certainly would be better than going to the emergency room and having emergency surgery to have it removed from who knows where in your body. Now in another video I will demonstrate how I spot weld these and solder this appliance all together. But for this video I just wanted to show the reason why I do it. All of these eventually be soldered into place and then cut.